Hello, 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 and welcome to episode number 15 of Short, Fat, and Balding, a podcast by Armchair Quarterbacks for Armchair Quarterbacks. I am Travis, one of the three hosts who will navigate you through sports debate for the next couple of hours. As always, we have Nico.
Sometimes I cover myself in Vaseline and squirm around on the floor like a slug.
Seek therapy. We also have James.
I need a neurologist.
That's true.
That is very true.
Today, we're going to talk about some MLB Hot Stove drama. It is the winter meetings out there in Arizona. We got the NHL Quick Pass. Just going to recap on some stuff popping off in the NHL at close to the quarter point of the season. We're almost at 20 games. And then, as always, our Week 10 recap of football and a Week 11 picks. All that and so very much more on this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding. Okay, boys, we got drama in the Bronx. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Yes, allegedly. I don't know if you guys know, but Brian Cashman and Giancarlo Stanton's agent are at each other's throats. The rumor mill is a swirl with this being Cashman. Yes, a swirl. This is the New York tabloids will say are saying that this is a Cashman's attempt to force a Stanton trade, that kind of stuff, because obviously he has no trade clause. It's very much a November headline after the World Series is over and baseball is irrelevant.
Yep.
So
that's the way I'm seeing it anyway.
I am going to read the quote from Brian Cashman, and then I will read the quote from Giancarlo Stanton's agent, and you guys can tell me what you think of what you kind of read between the lines there. So Cashman was interviewed by the New York Daily News at the GM meetings in Scottsdale last week. He said, "We have to get Stanton up and running again. He is injury prone. We all have lived with that and known that, but he's never not hit while he's playing. This year is the first time that's happened. We try to limit the time he's down, but I'm not going to tell you he's going to play every game next year because he's not. He's going to wind up getting hurt, again, more than likely, because it seems to be a part of his game. I know that when he's right and healthy, other than this past year, the guy's a great hitter and has been for a long time." That's what he said when addressing the situation with Giancarlo Stanton. When this quote got out, Giancarlo Stanton's agent said, "I read the context of the entire interview. I think it's a good reminder for all free agents considering signing in New York, both foreign and domestic, that to play for that team, you've got to be made of Teflon, both mentally and physically, because you can never let your guard down, even in the offseason." So what do you think?
I think that's probably the truest and smartest thing Brian Cashman's ever said.
Or done.
Okay.
I mean, he plays probably 40% of a season every year.
I think we did
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. When he's on, he's on.
Yeah.
There isn't a better hitter in baseball, and his exit velocities are insane.
Yeah,
but the problem is every year he's out. Correct. He's out for an extended period of time. And I think the Yankees are looking to get younger. Stanton's on year 15. Mm-hmm. He's played 15 years.
He's been in the league since 2008.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So, I mean, if you look at it, let's be honest. He's aging.
Correct.
He's, what is he? Mid-30s?
33, 34?
34, I think.
Yeah, he's 34.
So, 34. So, I mean, he's starting to get into that, starting to slow down years.
Yep.
I mean, playing him as a DH is fine and dandy, but he doesn't run the bases.
Right.
He doesn't run. He doesn't put in the effort. There's been several times last year he was caught jogging.
He shows more effort when he actually plays the field, and I don't know why.
I understand it. Just coming from it's harder to coming off the bench cold is a hard thing to do, and when you're not playing in the field, being a DH is gonna suck.
Yep.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like when he does run, he gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
When they put him in the field, he gets hurt. You can't bank on he's not dependable, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
No, not at
You
all.
know, where yeah, Judge gets hurt, but he also plays more games. And he's
Yeah, he's
also
playing
I mean,
140 out of 162 games a year.
and Stanton only batted what was it, like 195 last year?
Yeah, not great.
190, 191.
And Brian, he sort of hinted at that. He was basically saying like last year was a weird year. I mean, I think he was trying to be as polite as he could there, but I mean, the facts are, what did we discuss at the beginning, like in the midsummer when we first started this, that like Stanton's gotten paid over $100 million to not play baseball because he's been
Yeah.
hurt so much.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was that long ago. I think this was within the last few weeks.
But I mean, that's a fucking problem.
That is a
And he's
huge
due
problem.
30 million this year.
Right.
You know what you could do with 30 million in free agency?
Yeah.
Yeah, sign Yamamoto.
He's got the same agent Stanton has.
Yeah.
Yamamoto does?
Yeah.
That's why he made a little hint about all players, foreign and domestic.
All right.
I think it's I think it might be a play to get Yamamoto, yeah, whatever his name is, to get him more money too. Because if the Yankees know his agent's out here saying like, "Hey, you don't want to come here and play,"
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
and from the several tweets I've seen, it's Wolf is the name of the agent. The last name is acting out of character when it comes to this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So either Cashman really hurt Stanton's feelings, or
Joel Wolf is
he's
his
making
name.
a play. Huh?
Joel Wolf is
John
his
Wolf?
name.
Joel Wolf.
Yeah.
Either he hurt Stanton's feelings, or he's using it as to make a play the Yankees to cough up more money. Because at the end of the day, this player is going to listen to their agent more than anything. 'Cause they, a lot of these guys don't know exactly how all this business works in America.
Mm-hmm.
And his goal is to get him more money. So, I mean, I don't really know. I don't see anything wrong with what Cashman said, though. I think it's I mean, it's fair. It's factual. You can't tell me Stanton's been healthy,
Right.
and it's not like the
Yankees fan
Yankees
will tell
don't
you he's not.
and it's not like the Yankees don't have young guns waiting, just waiting to come up.
Yeah, and it's not
I mean,
it's not like he phrased the fucking statement. Like my issue, what I take issue with when it comes to the agent is the fact that he was like, "Oh, well, take this as a warning, to anybody who signs with New York that you need to have Teflon whatever, both mentally and physically, like even the off season, like no one he specifically said that when Stanton plays, he plays fantastically. And the expectation for any franchise is going to be that you play more than you're hurt. So it is a fair criticism of Giancarlo Stanton to say he's fucking hurt a lot. So for the
And
agent,
it's not.
I get the agent has to defend his player because at the end of the day, it's his paycheck that gets affected too. But don't fucking don't go at the Yankees because your guy's injury prone. Just be like, hey, I wish that we'd focus on Giancarlo's production. He's 25th and fucking whatever, and just focus on that. You don't have to be like, oh wow, fuck that market.
Yeah, and I think like I'm hoping it's a play to get Stanton to waive his trade. There's no trade clause. But I it's not like it's a 1-year thing. It's not like, we got Stanton, he was hurt last year but the previous 4 years he was healthy. Since he's come to New York, he hasn't been healthy. And I think his first year he was healthy for most of it, but he played like shit. So, I mean, you got to understand with the money he's getting paid. They're paying him $30 million a year, and he's just not playing. I mean, you might get away with that in fucking Cincinnati in a small market, but New York, you're not getting away with that. New York, the way New York is it's World Series or bust. If you don't win the World Series, the season's a waste. It's a wasted season. That's how most fans and that management looks at it. So on paper, he's wasted money. You know, where else could they could have spent that money a lot better on better spots, the more needs they have, and to pay him to sit at home all year.
Right.
I mean, it's a fair statement. It's a factual statement. You know, I understand feelings might get hurt, but it's the truth.
And we're in the big leagues.
You can't. Yeah, this is pro ball. If you want to feel good about yourself, drop back down to fucking AAA, which their season's shorter, so you'll probably miss more games. It's it's just one of those things. Like, you can't get mad about that. And as the agent, I don't know. I don't know if he has ulterior motives in getting mad and speaking to the press that way, but it's not a good look. I don't think it's a good look for him either.
I mean, as an agent, I feel like it would be a stupid idea to piss off the people that signed your Mega Millions contract, but maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah.
As for Stanton, under his Yankee contract, he has only played 391 of 708 possible regular season games since 2019, or 55%. He had the worst season of his career in 2023, going 191 average, 275 OBS, 420 slugging with 24 home runs in 101 games. That comes after what was previously the worst season of his career, which was 2022, where he hit 211, 297, and 462 with 31 home runs, respectively, in 110 games.
So the question is Stanton on a decline?
I mean, I would say so. I mean, 34 is past your prime. You know, they say like 28 to 32 is like your prime. So, I mean, he's on a down. And with how much baseball he misses, I mean, you think about how much the game has changed in terms of power pitching over the past 3 years. And he's only been around for half the season. Like, how, as a hitter, how can you adjust if you're not in the game?
Yeah. So 55% of games, that'd be like paying fucking Josh Allen to play 9 games a
9
year.
games. Yep.
Yeah.
Or paying Burrow to play 9 games a year. No
Right.
team's going to do that. And I mean, I get it's baseball and football are different. There's less football games, yada, yada, yada. But at the core of it, you're still not paying some guy to play half your games. You're not going to pay him, you know, $30 million a year. You're just not going to do it. There's no business in which that makes sense.
Right.
Unless
it's
those games
essentially
he plays in, he's going 3 for 5 with 3 home runs and 5 RBIs a game.
Right.
so
That's the only way.
it's essentially saying like we're gonna pay, I don't know, take the NBA for example, because they overpay everybody. Say we're gonna pay LeBron James, who's how the fuck old is he now? 38? 39? We're gonna pay him to only play in 50 fucking games.
Yeah.
We're gonna pay him $35 million a year to play in 50 games.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And he's not showing any signs of slowing down, but imagine
He will, though.
he will, obviously. Everybody does, and he's not gonna play past fucking 40. Or
Right.
maybe. But I don't know who's a good NBA player we can draw comparisons to, who like went to a new team after the best season of their
Paul
career.
George.
Paul George going to LA or
Yeah, I believe after he went to LA after he like lit up the world with Indiana and then was just fucking injured and irrelevant.
yeah. Pay him $35 million a year to play 45, 50 games.
Right.
You're just not going to do it.
Yeah, nobody in their right mind is going to do it.
Right.
No.
So the Yankees have had him since he was 28. So they got him at his prime.
Yep.
And he's just been getting worse and worse and worse every single season.
Yeah. That's bad.
I know, speaking for the three of us, we've been sick of it for the last 3 years.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now the Yankees are going through a situation where it's a shit show on both sides because their established talent is declining and their young talent is underperforming. So they're fighting a war on two fronts, and it's something that money can't necessarily buy their way out of because no matter what, you have to develop.
It's something with the Yankees now that we're seeing that we haven't in a long time. They're actually bringing up their young prospects, letting them play in the MLB.
Yeah.
Whereas in years prior, we trade away the farm for someone who's past their prime for a 220 batting average and 25 home runs,
Right.
a la Josh Donaldson.
True.
Yeah. I mean, but Josh Donaldson's saving grace is he was great on defense.
Even
Where with
still,
Stanton, you don't have that. What's
even
that?
still, even still,
Even still, yeah. But there's a redeemable side to it. That's the thing. Whereas with Stanton, you don't have that because he's a DH. When he plays in the field, he looks lost sometimes. Like, there's better players you could put out there, and especially with the last 2 years of output, you can get better offense from one of these minor league guys. I mean, it's a matter of time. Volpe's going to get it down. Cabrera is going to get it down. Dominguez is going to get it down. These young guys are the future, and they're underperforming right now, but they're also still green. You have to get them the reps.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the timing between AAA and majors is a big difference.
Right.
You know,
and
it's gonna take time for them to adjust.
you got to look at all these guys too. I don't think any of them are over 24.
No. No, and that's the future.
Volpe
And
just
I
turned
like
22. Dominguez just turned 20.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, and they're the future. They need to let these guys play. Will it be rough sailing for the next year or two? Probably.
Definitely.
But once they come into their own, you're set for the future. And I think that was the big part of signing Judge long term was making sure that Judge was going to be the cornerstone of the team for that long. But I mean, they have the pitching staff to win now. I think they're one or two bats away from
They're a solid
being in the
third
playoffs perennially
starter
again.
away from. They're a
Well, the
solid
problem
third
is
starter away too.
you bring all these pitchers and you're I mean, Rodon pitched what? 2 games this year? 3 games this year? Bum. Frankie Montas was supposed to be this
He
great
had
thing,
TJ or something.
but I mean, but that's the thing. Like, I understand you can't control Tommy John and Rodon can't control his injuries, but we're sitting here paying out the ass for a 34-year-old who's clearly slowed down. He's a shell of what he used to be. We got Garrett Cole, who's up for AL Cy Young, and who's behind him?
Right.
I mean, you got Nestor Cortez, but I mean, eventually what he's doing isn't going to work anymore.
Yeah. Especially with the
because
pitch
he
clock.
doesn't. Yeah, and he doesn't throw hard. And like, don't get me wrong, I love Nestor Cortez, but the arm angles and stuff, eventually somebody's going to figure it out, and he's going to be in trouble.
Right.
So
Um,
who
you
do you
have Garrett
have?
Cole,
Clark Schmidt looked promising.
Clark Schmidt finally.
Yeah.
If I really wish they would move Michael King to the starting rotation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like there's
I mean, the
trouble
Yankees,
in the Bronx, and
they just need a guy to get through fucking 6 innings.
yeah.
They had the league's best ERA out of the bullpen last year, and second the year before.
Well, when you pitch majority of the innings, you got a better chance at having a good ERA.
Right, that's what I mean. We need
But
somebody that can just eat up the first 6, 7 innings, and we don't have that other
and
than Garrett Cole.
I was gonna say the only one is Garrett Cole, and he'll go out there and throw 150 pitches over 5 innings. He don't give a shit.
No, like that game against Houston where he one hit them, I think last year. He threw
Yeah, he threw like
128
100.
pitches or something. He's like, "No,
Yeah,
I'm fucking doing this."
I mean, they got nothing. But let's get away from baseball because let's be honest, none of this matters for another
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah,
I mean,
but just
obviously when free agency opens up, but
right, just a little hot stove conversation. I mean, I know that you guys could talk about the Yankees for days and days and days, but
yeah, I was gonna
Speaking
say
of
we could be here
speaking
all
of
day.
free agents, do you think the Yankees pursue Soto?
yeah, I think they'll do it just because they can. I don't know if they'll do it seriously,
They're
but
also pursuing Aaron Nola from what I hear.
really,
Yep. And they've already been in contact with Cody Bellinger too.
if they sign Cody Bellinger, that'd be the most Yankees thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would check out 100%.
Sign another fucking star on his way out.
He's not on his way out though.
Mhm.
He's only like 26, 27.
Yeah, yeah,
He's only like 3 years removed from MVP,
okay.
and I'm pretty sure that came in like his age 22 season.
Yeah.
They need another superstar left-hander because as much as the three of us love Anthony Rizzo, he can't do it all himself.
No.
Right. Um, while we're on the topic of the rumor mill, um, have you either of you, and I'm sure the answer is more in the vein of Nico, but heard the laundry list of teams that have spoken with Patrick Kane?
I've only seen two, being the Panthers and the Sabres.
Well,
I've heard that the Panthers are an aggressive pursuit.
yes.
I believe was the um exact wording. I know the Sabres, I think, were on it. Red Wings, Maple Leafs, something like that.
Yeah, he talked to the Maple Leafs today. Um,
Let's see.
he is actively in conversation with Buffalo and the Panthers. The Panthers really want him, but my inkling, my nose tells me that he's probably going to go to Buffalo because that's where he's from.
The Red Wings and Rangers are also on his radar.
Yeah, but the Rangers aren't going to sign him. They don't have the cap space. The
Yeah.
Rangers can be on his radar. It doesn't mean that he's on theirs.
True, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's one of those things where it feels like
Oh, 10 minutes ago out of the New York Post, Rangers are not in the Patrick Kane sweepstakes.
right. Um, it's tough because he's obviously coming off the hip resurfacing, I think, and he you just don't know what Patrick Kane you're gonna get. So like he could go to
Right.
the reason why I think that he should go to Buffalo is because that's an up and coming team that could just use a veteran to be like, all right, chill out. This is what you do. This is what it's like to be a pro. This is how you overcome adversity, that kind of stuff. I don't think that he could, it could be a meaningful contributor to the team, but I think that he could help them mentally in more ways than he could help them physically. As far as what the fuck's the other team? The Panthers go. I don't know why they're going after him so hard. They made a cup run last year. What are they missing? I think they only lost 2 people.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but then you've got to think they've also got some big pieces that are going to need re-signing next year too.
Yeah.
Brandon Montour, Sam Reinhart, Forsling.
Right on. Yeah.
They're all going to need re-signing if they want to stay in Florida.
I mean, I guess if it's an all or nothing shot for this year, then fine, but I don't see where he fits into their picture. Like, when I look at all the rumors, the team that makes the most sense is Buffalo. What the fuck is Toronto going to do with him? Put him next to John Tavares as the used to be good line?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm tripping.
I mean, I don't see where they go with it.
Why wouldn't he return to home though? And that makes the
He
most
never
sense to
he's
me
never
logistically.
well,
He's never what?
maybe he just doesn't want to fucking be in Buffalo because it's upstate New York. We
No,
all live here. This place sucks.
no hate, Buffalo, no hate. I promise.
No, it's just because
At least it's
New York
not
sucks.
Tampa.
Right, if he signs the Lightning, dude, he's dead to me. Those are all the things that I'm gonna have to be honest about. I'll fucking lose it. Keeping on the NHL rumor mill, have you guys heard the spice coming
Spice.
between Edmonton and Boston? I think I texted you guys.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeremy Swayman and DeBrusk to Edmonton for Leon Draisaitl. Will it happen? Probably not. If it did, that would have to be the biggest trade in NHL since Wayne Gretzky went to the Kings.
Yeah.
I mean, that would literally be unfathomable.
Literally.
Because people were like, "Oh, it shook the world when Patrick Kane went to the Rangers." Like, no, the fuck it did not, because he's not in his prime.
Right. He didn't just come off a fucking 70 goal season
Right,
with another fucking 120 points
right.
or 120 assists. Sorry.
100, he had 120 assists.
I don't know. He had some ridiculous fucking
Yeah,
stat
no,
line.
he's obscene. But like, it's just that's like the big that's the big Wookie. What the fuck is a? Why would I say Wookie? Why did I say?
What does that even
I don't
mean?
even fucking know what that means. I mean, Wookiees are massive. They're like 8 feet tall, but like it's not relevant to trade rumors. But that would be like.
No. He had before going to the Kings, he had a 40 goal, 109 assist season.
Okay. Nikita Zadorov requests a trade. He's a young gun out of Calgary. Who wouldn't want to fucking leave Calgary? No offense, Calgary. I don't know how to not take that offensively, but
Yeah, right.
Calgary's not Tampa, so Um, that's it, really. I mean, that's as far as the rumor mill goes. Unfortunately, the NFL trade window's closed, so there's nothing there. Obviously. Um, did you know that Anthony Bolivier went to the New York Islanders? Oh yeah, Bo Horvat. That was last year. What the fuck?
Anthony, what did you just say?
Beauvillier?
Oh, okay. That's not what it sounded like to me. I just wanted to
I
make sure.
might have said Bolivier.
Yeah, I think you did.
Okay. I read it
That's almost as bad as Sean Curley.
I read it as quick as I could, and I did that thing where like you look at the first letter and last letter and just guess. And that's
Anthony
Anthony, French Canadian last name.
Beauvillier.
R.I.P. Chris Knobloch. He was one of the good ones.
He was one of the good ones. I'm so upset about that. I think he should have got the job over
Laviolette. I'm not going to talk shit about Laviolette right
Laviolette.
now. I'm
I'm
not going
not
to
talking
talk
shit
shit.
about him either. I'm not either. I like where this team is at right now, but I do think that they should have looked at Knobloch.
James, are you familiar with who Chris Knobloch is?
Is he related to Chuck?
No.
I haven't inquired, but I'm going to guess no.
And I'm going to go with no.
So, do you know who the Hartford Wolfpack are?
Yes, the AHL affiliate for the Rangers.
So he was their head coach, and he was a very, very good head coach. He was probably, if not the best, top 3 coaches in the AHL. It was pretty much a when, not if, he got a head coaching position. He's particularly gifted at developing young talent. The Oilers fired their coach and hired Chris Knobloch, who just happened to be the head coach for Connor McDavid when he was in Major Junior in the WHL. So
nice.
Yeah. So that's why Nico and I are in mourning, because we were hoping that Laviolette would be like a bridge coach to Knobloch, because he's really fucking good.
But alas,
we do not live in that perfect world. I will say that I'm still rock hard about the Rangers.
that's never going to be a secret.
Right.
Especially with the way that things are going right now with this team. I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna hear a flamethrower here.
Sweet. Seriously? Legitimate?
Not legitimate, but it might as well be.
Oh, I was like, where'd you get one?
Did you hear it?
Did you buy one of Elon's?
No, it's just like a blowtorch attachment for one of those little Coleman things.
Is that how you light your fire?
It sure is.
Feels like a really dumb decision to have a blowtorch in the house, but I digress.
Hey, it's fast and it's efficient. No one ever said it had to be smart.
That's fair. James, would you trust him with a fucking blowtorch in your house?
God, no. I wouldn't trust him with a blowtorch outside of my house.
That's fair. Also, totally fair.
As long as there's no alcohol involved, I'm fine.
Sidney Crosby had a hat trick tonight. Also, did you guys see that the Hurricanes are bringing back the Hartford Whaler uniforms, but they're doing it with the hockey pants?
Ew.
Yeah. Like the long pants.
Why?
I don't.
Hockey's
probably
meant to be played in shorts.
Probably to make us say that exact statement, because it's gonna. Wow, that's a big yawn.
Wake up, buddy.
Yeah. Tell a friend the Cooperalls are back. I mean,
the what?
Cooperalls?
Is that what those are called?
Worn by some Whalers players during the 1982-1983 season, Cooperalls were an alternative form of hockey pants that featured waist-to-ankle design. They quickly fell out of favor after players complained about a lack of mobility, and the pants caused them to overheat during games. The NHL passed a rule that mandated players wear short pants on the ice beginning in 83-84. The Philadelphia
Good.
Flyers busted out the Cooperalls in warm-ups for their reverse retro jerseys. Now it's the Hurricanes' turn to go long pants. So they're only rocking the Cooperalls during warm-ups.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. I mean, the Whalers jersey is probably my favorite jersey of all time.
100%.
So
That silver with the blue and green.
I'm
Love
just stoked to fucking see it again.
I would buy one.
It's unfortunate that it's the fucking shit ass Hurricanes and their fake ass fans, but
True.
James, you don't even know, dude. I actually went to town on fucking this one girl in like an NHL forum. She's talking about how the Hurricanes had fantastic attendance, and I was like, for now. She's like, oh, dude, all the Northerners, they're all haters. They all talk about how we're gonna have bad attendance when the team's not good. And I was like, Exhibit A, and I literally sent her all of the attendance ratings for the Carolina Hurricanes since they existed. And every time they were dog shit, they couldn't even put 10,000 people in the barn. And every time that they've been good, they've been full. So I'm just like, okay. So when the team goes down and there's 8,000 people in the barn and they're talking about moving the team, you can shut the fuck up and get back at me. Okay, thank you.
Didn't correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Didn't the Hartford Whalers play in a mall? Unless that was like a promo night, but I'm pretty sure they played in a mall.
That's a Google question. To be fair to Carmenos, the Whalers had one of the most unusual arenas in North America. The Hartford Civic Center was often called the mall because, well, it was one with a 15,000 capacity arena in the middle.
Bingo. Trivia question for you.
It's still like that.
Yeah, it is still like that.
It's because
What the fuck?
I remember going to the Wolfpack game, and we like went into a venue, and then once you're inside the venue, you go through like another set of double doors to go to the Hartford game. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Correct.
And yeah, so that's hilarious. 15,000 capacity arena though. I mean, that's not bad for the 80s.
No, especially when it's in a mall.
And especially when it's in Connecticut.
True.
Like,
I can think of as Robin Sparkles.
what does that mean?
Let's go to the mall.
It's How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
You have
I'm-
to see if you can put that in there. It's
I'm dreadful at pop culture references if they're not like Will Ferrell. So.
Fair.
fair.
Oh
Fair.
my god!
He's a really good drummer.
Would you wake up?
Yeah,
For the
dude.
love of
Let me just
God.
do a bump of coke real quick. All right, I'm good to go.
That's illegal.
It depends on where you are, bud.
It's also not true. Crackheads are skinny. Really put a damper on the name of this podcast.
Buddy.
Trav lost all that weight due to crack.
Buddy, crack is not coke.
What?
Yes, it is.
There is crack cocaine, and then there's cocaine. Crack cocaine you smoke a rock. Coke you snort. They are not the same substance.
Oh.
Did you guys not fucking pay attention in health class?
Not particularly.
James, you're telling me you thought cocaine,
It's so fucking.
and crack were synonymous with one another, like interchangeable terms?
I mean, they're similar.
No, they're not.
Listen, I'm still worried about fucking quicksand. If you think I'm on to fucking what's going on with crack, cocaine, and regular coke, I don't fucking know. I'm not a drug dealer.
You don't need to fucking be a drug dealer. All you need to do is like watch the first hour of American Gangster.
I apologize for not being up to par on my illicit substances.
Crack was like the reason for the epidemic in Harlem. It was like specifically funneled into Harlem because of the what's the fucking alcohol ATF? The ATF and FBI like funneled it into like black neighborhoods in the 70s and 80s to like cause an issue because it was way cheaper to get crack cocaine than actual cocaine, which is why they say cocaine is the rich man's drug and crack cocaine is the ghetto drug. And also, smoking it causes major adverse health effects as opposed to cocaine that you snort, which can cause issues, but it's not nearly as bad. And yeah, so crack.
You heard it here first, kids. If you're gonna do drugs, do cocaine.
Well, I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna choose between two cocaines, pick the cocaine powder and not crack. What the fuck?
And this is why we will never have a sponsor.
What do you mean? That's good advice.
That is good advice.
And also, what do you mean? Fucking Dan Cummins literally did his like 200th episode special on high on shrooms in real life.
That's fair. That's fair.
We're gonna be fine.
Oh boy.
Me giving the correct advice, don't do crack, do cocaine, if you're going to pick between the two, is not bad.
I appreciate your input. Check it for fentanyl. So what are we talking about next?
You should do that. That's a real thing. You should keep a tester on hand at all times. If it goes blue, say no. Also, once we get our YouTube started, I can teach you how to test for your cocaine purity.
And then we'll teach you how to make meth.
Yeah,
No,
dude.
we will not.
Fucking blue ice, baby.
Did you have you ever had to go through the training on when you're looking for mobile meth labs? What you're looking for? I can't remember where I was, but they made us take this training on what to look for when mobile meth labs and shit. And they legit taught us how to make meth. And I was like, I know that wasn't your plan, but
I got a history teacher in high school off on a tangent about how he didn't realize it, but he was basically telling us how to turn the opium plant into like heroin.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was a great lesson. I was very engaged.
That checks.
Anyways, our next topic is going to be
coming
football.
off the heels of that cocaine comment.
Yeah.
Better help if you're looking to sponsor anybody. We're your guys.
Anybody with children who listens to the podcast, I am an excellent moral compass, and I will gladly be an idol for your children. So if you would like to sign up for my class, it is for just one 3-hour session is $39.99. You can get my audiobooks for $299.99. That's 6 books.
What audiobook?
6 books, starting out with the first one, which is Which Drug is Better, and ending on the very, very delicious Will This Make Me Fat? Who Cares? Life is Short. And overall, I'll teach you how to be a useful, non-helicopter, instructive parent who allows their child to experiment in the world. So feel free to reach out, and I'll help you out with that. Anyways, we're gonna move on to football. We'll be right back.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, thank you to anybody who purchased my audiobooks in the last 10 minutes. It was a great sale. We are going to move on to the NFL.
I fucking hate you.
Discuss Week 10. Week 10 outcomes. Dreams of another Travis. My mom would be very proud of me if I sold audiobooks.
The Travis your mother wanted you to be.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure she didn't want me to sell like which drug to choose for your child. But she probably would have really liked it if I was a children's author. Needless to say, I am neither. I'm just a sad beer maker.
You can do one about Connor the crackhead.
Why Connor? Where did Connor come from?
What if I did Connor the crackhead and William the wife beater?
Oh.
They're both.
What about Steven the school shooter?
No. First of all,
Jesus.
I don't appreciate the first name you chose. I want you to take that back.
Oh, my apologies, Steven. We'll go with Scott.
That's a much better because it's a double alliteration, SCSC. But no, that's awful because that's what the fuck. No.
About mental health.
That's the fucking bar. Like there's like a line in the sand. I do believe it or not, people. There is a line in the sand in this podcast, and James consistently just he's like long jumping past it. He thinks it's the mark he has to start the jump at, as opposed to end the fucking jump.
Yeah, if you've seen me, you'd know I don't jump.
Yeah, well, because you fucking blow your knee out if you so much as look at the curb.
Blow my knee out if I look at my knee. Look at it, and my ACL is like, really, bruh?
Sir.
Shit's about to disappear.
That's why you freak out when Joey comes by. If he steps on your knee, it's going to tear your fucking MCL.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You never know, man.
Week 10. Week 10 started off with the game we all had been hoping for, Bears-Panthers. And what an illustrious offensive show that it was.
Such a great game, I forgot to turn it on.
Yeah, honest to God, the only reason I even remembered that it was on is because I went to go watch Queso on Twitch, and was like, "Oh shit, there's a football game." Bryce Young is the passing
PTSD
leader.
Nightmare that was more important or more entertaining than that game.
Yeah, for passing yards, he's got
185. Just for perspective, okay. Bryce Young, leader in the clubhouse for passing, 185 yards. Foreman, leader in the clubhouse rushing, 21 carries, 80 yards. Leader in the clubhouse for receiving on the day, DJ Moore, 5 receptions, 58 yards. It was an offensive
masterclass.
It was a slugfest, dude. It was just the best, most efficient offenses that you could ever wish for. Just really deciding. You know, it reminded me of the old Tom Brady, Peyton Manning battles, where it just really was a masterclass.
Wait, are we talking about? Who are we talking about?
We're talking about the Bears and Panthers, and I'm being sarcastic.
I was going to say, I know, because Deontay Foreman had 80 yards.
That's what I said. 21 carries, 80 yards.
Oh.
21 carries.
Whatever.
21 carries.
Well, when you have an undrafted rookie,
anyways,
you gotta lean on your run game.
A moral of the story is it was a shit show, and the Bears won the shit show.
Was that a last-second field goal? Because that seemed to be the narrative of the weekend.
No. Actually, the only team to score points in the fourth quarter was the Panthers, but they only kicked a field goal, so they lost by 3.
Oh, okay.
Moving on to what I consider to be the game of the week, Colts Patriots. I can't even get through that sentence. I can't even get through it.
That was so good. I forgot to turn it on too.
That was another offensive masterclass.
Yeah, dude, 10-6.
Matt, did quarterback went for over 100 yards. Did not throw a single touchdown.
Well, that's not true. Gardner Minshew went for 194 yards, 1 pick.
Yeah,
I said
Jones
did not throw a single
107
touchdown.
yards and a pick.
Well, yeah, but you said neither quarterback went over 100 yards.
Went over 200 yards.
Oh, okay.
The only touchdown scored in the day was Jonathan Taylor.
Did you watch Mac Jones' pick? Did you guys get to see that?
Was that Mac Jones, or was it the one at the end of the game?
The one at the very end of the game was Bailey Zappi, but the one at the kind of end of the game was Mac Jones. And he had, I don't know
Mac Jones' era is done.
I don't know who the receiver was, but he was wide fucking open in the end zone, and Mac Jones just threw the ball fucking literally 20 feet short. It was like
Mike Gesicki.
It was like he wanted to just be off the field. There's no way he read that badly. There's just no way. And he threw it. I just didn't even know what to think of it. I was like, this is terrible. And he just dumped it. It was like, he was like, oh, dude, I actually hate this franchise. Here's the ball. Moving on.
Do you think part of his problem, though, is he had such high expectations for what he had to do?
I would never want to be the guy that replaced Tom Brady.
Considering, I don't know if you guys saw the picture, but he has
as many losses,
home losses in 21 career games that Tom Brady did in 21 years.
Yeah. But also, he's dealing with 1/8 the team Tom Brady ever had.
I guess.
I mean, you guess. Name fucking one other offensive star on the team.
On the current Patriots?
Yeah.
Mike Gesicki? Not that he's like the second coming of
That's my
Travis
point.
Kelce, but
That's my point.
Oh my god. Sorry, I
What?
just watched that interception because I
Yeah.
did not see it.
Yeah. It looks like he threw. It looks like Vegas called and was like, no, dude, you're not scoring here. He's like, all right. Like,
I don't know what he was aiming for.
all I could think of when he threw that ball was like the fucking Gen Z gamer chatter where they're like, oh my God, he's throwing. Because when somebody plays like that bad, you're like, there's no way you're that bad. You're throwing. And I was like, it has to be. He has to be fucking point shaving. There's just no way. There's no way.
It reminds me of when I'm playing Madden and the play clock's running down, so I slam the X button several times, and then I
You
just
accidentally throw it into triple coverage.
Yeah. Only I don't throw it that short, so I don't know
Right.
what the fuck that was.
That's terrible. But yeah, so that game also bad. I mean, we were treated. We really, as NFL fans, were treated for the first 2 games of Week 10. Moving on, James, what the fuck happened?
I
mean, I think CJ Stroud's legitimately an
no.
MVP candidate, and he's obviously Rookie of the Year, and the Texans are better than expected. But to give up 30 and to drop that touchdown pass at the end, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
If he doesn't drop that, we win.
Right. You force them to go and get a touchdown, which they're probably not going to get with a minute left.
No. And our defense hadn't played great all day, but
Yeah,
when
well, you
we
give
get in
up
the red
30.
zone, we're a whole new team. Yeah.
Well,
I don't.
I mean, a week prior, CJ Stroud went down with less than a minute to play.
Yeah, but that was against the fucking Falcons.
It was against the Bucks.
Either way, that's my point. They're such a bad team, I forgot what it was. I just saw the color red and was like, that's it. That's the team.
Tank Dell is very impressive. I will give him that.
Yeah, he is.
They got a good tandem down there in Tank Bell and Noah Brown.
Yeah.
But
is Nico Collins just out of the?
What were you saying?
Oh, is he on the IR?
Nico Collins?
Nico Collins?
Maybe. I don't know.
Man, we didn't notice it last week, but CJ Stroud had the stat of the week last week.
What was that?
0 carries for 10 yards.
How?
What the fuck?
How does that work?
I just sent it. I just sent it in the group chat. I don't really know how that happened. But yeah, 0 carries for 10 yards. That's good for
What
him.
the fuck?
Was there like a
That's
fumble that he
impressive.
picked up or something?
It had to have been.
I don't know. Zach Wilson must have been seeing ghosts of CJ Stroud. That's what it was. No, Zach Wilson wasn't even down, but he still sees ghosts, so it's okay.
Okay, yeah, Nico Collins is questionable, so it's probably something minor that they're not putting him on.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So other than that, James, I mean, was it just a defensive collapse? I mean, obviously, like 27 points, Joe Burrow played pretty well, I presume.
Actually, he didn't play all that great.
Really?
The first drive, walks down, just masterclass. Putting the ball on tight ends, just walks down the field on them. And I'm like, here we go. It's gonna happen again. It might be a shootout, but we can put up a lot of points. And then it was touchdown, punt, end of half. Come out in the second quarter. Punt, field goal, touchdown, interception, touchdown field goal.
Oh.
So from the first drive until there's about a quarter left of football, he wasn't good. And then obviously throws a fucking interception in the end zone. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't. And then so 7 plays, 41 yards. They're on the Houston 35. He throws a pick. Next drive, 7 plays, 78 yards. They're on the Houston 14, and he throws a pick. You can't do it. And luckily, Stroud threw one too,
Mm-hmm.
and it got us back in the game. But you
Say
just
he
can't.
threw one late, right?
Stroud, yeah, they were driving. Or no, they were at the Houston 28.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you guys picked it off, you went right into the red zone.
We went right to the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
So it was a bad loss, and we're probably going to have another one handed to us this week, and
Really, you're not
gonna have
confident
to
against the
find a way to
Ravens?
record. Not from what I've seen from them Sunday, no.
You don't think that they can match the performance of the fucking Browns?
No. So our injury report does not look good.
Oh.
Right now, questionable is our number 1 cornerback. T. Higgins is questionable, but probably out. Our number 4 wideout is probably out, and both of our DNs are probably out.
Why is T. Higgins out?
Hamstring, I believe.
I think it's his hamstring, yeah.
Yeah, it's a hamstring.
It was a
Didn't
non-participant
practice
in today's
Tuesday,
practice.
Oh.
but that don't mean anything anyways.
Hey, he's got the
Trey
same grip as
Hendrickson
Macario. Interesting.
has hyperextended his knee on after the play. Some dude got shoved and went right into his knee. And then Sam Hubbard is dealing with something. I don't know what he went out with. But yeah,
Sucks, dude. I'm sorry.
it's not a good time. We are not having fun. If Hendrickson and Hubbard play, I feel more confident. But
You're just saying it with a Japanese accent.
what?
No, forget about it. This is totally totally
You know what I'm
separate
talking about.
conversation.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
You're talking about the Tom Segura bit?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes, okay.
Moving on to Vikings and Saints. Dude, the Vikings are the hottest team in football. They won 5 in a row. And Josh Dobbs doesn't care.
And Carmel Mr. Clean.
Yeah, MVP. Comeback player of the year.
I think he's reviving his career right now.
Speaking of comeback player of the year, fuck you. Fuck you. Give the fucking mid-season Vegas odds came out and DeMar Hamlin's minus 200. The dude's played 4 snaps. He hasn't even come back.
Yeah, we said it.
He was the 12th man on the field last night.
Yeah, he was.
I fucking
Yeah.
It pisses me off because the next best odds is Tua, and I fucking know it. Anyways, Josh,
Why,
honestly,
what
I
are
think
Tua's odds?
Tua's plus
if
200.
DeMar Hamlin played in games other than the 12 snaps he's taken on special teams this year,
Right.
I would understand it.
Right. He hasn't even dressed
But
for like the majority of the games.
exactly.
We are well aware.
Part of me
Anyways,
wonders why he's still on the roster.
because they can't fucking cut him because they're gonna get booed. That's the fucking one positive they have going for them. Is
They
that
lost to the Broncos last night. They're gonna get booed. I mean,
gonna say it's the one thing they have to latch onto is the fact that like the dude didn't die. I mean, other than that, they're fucking. They're all everybody's hopes in fucking Buffalo is dead. They might as well hold on to the guy that didn't die. Maybe the hopes of that team can revive the way fucking he did. What?
what? I don't know. I feel bad for Buffalo right now.
How bad was Ashley screaming at the TV?
I don't know. I went to bed.
Good call.
I saw it not ending well, and I was like, I'm going to bed.
But yeah, so the Vikings, they look good, man. They're hard out now. They're little scrappy, little fighters, you know.
Josh Dobbs looks great.
He does. He looks like he's fucking
That
having
rushing
fun.
touchdown was beautiful.
Yeah, did you see that he made his own TikTok about himself?
No.
He stitched.
He did.
Yeah, he stitched with that fucking. You know the like this is for males TikTok where the guy like grabs a piece of ice and then he's like,
Oh yeah.
as he throws it, he like starts singing.
Yes.
Josh Dobbs did that on his rushing touchdown.
Nice.
I was like, credit where it's due. At first, I thought somebody else stitched it, and then I saw the TikTok account. It was fucking verified. I'm like, Josh Dobbs made this himself. The fuck. We credit where it's due, I guess. But yeah, so moving on, the Steelers 23-19 over the Pack. I don't fucking understand the Steelers. They get outgained, they get outplayed every fucking week, and they still win fucking games. So stupid.
It will never make sense to any of us.
They're like
it makes zero sense.
They're like the Vikings of last year. They've won every single one-score game they've been in. They've won, and that's your 6-3.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers 20-6 over the Titans. Holy shit! I don't know who the Titans are, man.
Nobody knows who the Titans are,
I don't get it.
including the
Who the
Titans.
Titans are.
I don't get it. Baker Mayfield with a
You don't
decent
know
day,
who's gonna
278,
show up.
2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
I don't know.
Cannot make it make sense.
The 49ers 34-3 over the Jags. I guess they heard me talking shit.
Didn't see that one coming.
I didn't see a blowout coming. I mean, I could see the 49ers winning the game. It is the Jaguars, but I mean, fuck. George Kittle have a day. Christian McCaffrey loses his touchdown streak against the fucking Jags, though. Big sad. And they put up 34 points.
Yep.
What the fuck?
At what point does a wide receiver run out of bounds at the 1 just so they can hand it off to Christian McCaffrey?
Right, exactly. Like, oh, dude, we're close.
Going.
That would have tied the NFL record, right?
Yeah.
Did
you see his quote after the game?
No.
No.
Yeah, they were like, how do you feel about that? He's like, oh, I suck. I'm just like, yo.
Yep, you sure do, Christian. Best running back in the fucking league, but you suck.
Browns Ravens was a fucking tale of two halves.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was.
Watson rallies
They
Browns
went up
from 14 down in the 4th to 33-31 win over the Ravens.
When it quickly became 14-0, like 5 minutes into the game, I was like, this is already over.
Yeah, me too. I turned it off. I was like, this is dumb.
Something happened.
And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there checking Red Zone, and I see that the Browns scored, and I'm like, what? What does that say? Does that say what I think it says? Like, holy shit. So, I mean, it just goes to show. I mean, I find it almost poetic that we were in a debate about Lamar Jackson's legitimacy, and then this happens. The dude does 223 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Almost on
you
cue.
were in the debate about it.
No, it wasn't just me.
Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah. You can't tell when James is typing?
No, I don't pay attention.
It says it. It says who wrote
Not on my end.
it. If you log into the page, it does.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways.
I don't always pay attention from that end.
It was the two of us.
To be completely honest.
It was the two of us. And
either way.
Oh yeah.
It was poetic. It's literally like
it was poetic.
It was like meant to be.
Yeah, I had a guy giving me shit because I said Burrow's better than Allen, and then he was arguing that Allen wasn't, and then he commented, and Burrow threw his second pick. He's like, "Oh, yep, second pick just cost him the game." Blah blah blah. So last night when Josh Allen threw his second pick, I was like, I messaged him and I was like, I go, "Yep, just typical Josh Allen," and he goes, "Still gonna win the game." So I commented this morning and said, "What were you saying about that?" And no response. I am petty. If you argue with me on Facebook about sports, I will come back. I have receipts from people from like 10 years ago that said the Bengals would never win a Super Bowl. Guess what?
I mean, they still
that day
haven't.
comes,
Yeah, I was going to say, we're still
I'm
waiting
going
on
to
that,
send you a
James.
friend request. I know, but when that day comes, I'm going to send you a friend request. I'm going to post it on your page. I will be all up in your DMs.
Imagine instead of just like enjoying the fucking moment, you're going to focus on the negative, dude. That's petty.
He just said he is.
I know, but like, Jesus,
I'm
man.
petty as fuck.
You're like an extra on Mean Girls.
You're so fetch.
I'm going to block you from this Discord. I promise you.
I want to drive over to your house and punch you in the face.
I promise you. I will fucking block you and I'll find your replacement. There's got to be plenty of fucking fucking bald guys that know about sports. It can't be that hard to find. Scott Van Pelt exists.
Fernando.
Imagine we got Scott Van Pelt to say yes. I'd be like, James, you're out. I feel like you'd be like, I get it.
Like, no, I fully understand.
Yeah, totally get it.
Throw the brand. When he leaves, let me know. I'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. Big downgrade, but it's fine. Moving on. Fucking Call of Duty Prime gets his first dub after returning from an ACL.
Call of Duty Prime.
Yeah. And just think about it. It's Modern Warfare 3 release week, and he did really well.
Yeah,
it's true.
Is. I forgot that was there this weekend.
Good for him. 249 yards, 1 pick, no touchdowns. I mean, it wasn't a stellar performance, but they won the game 25-23, and at the end of the day, all that matters.
We talk about how it was 23-25.
Yeah.
And Tyler led the team in passing.
What?
Huh?
Taylor Heineke was the starter for the Falcons.
Yeah?
Yeah. He has been.
And they still put up 23 points with him only throwing for 50 or passing for 70 yards.
Yeah, well, they have Bijan Robinson.
I guess.
Or did you forget he exists? Because you think he's the top 3. You still seem to think that
he fell off big time.
Top 3 running back.
Yeah, he heard me and was like, "I'm gonna prove that fat fuck wrong." So I appreciate that, Bijan.
Yeah, sad. Moving on to a game that actually mattered. Chargers Lions.
Sorry, Nate.
I don't know how the Chargers are just.
They're
a verb. They just Charger. I don't know, man. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. If your quarterback throws 4 touchdowns, you should be winning that game.
If you put 38 points on the fucking board, you should win the game. What the fuck?
Brandon Staley needs to go.
Yes. Justin Herbert, 27 for 40, 323 fucking yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, a rating of 114.9. Keenan Allen forgot that other people were on the fucking field. 11 receptions, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 for 38 yards. 11 receptions on 14 targets, I might add. And then you had Austin Eckler with another touchdown. Like, it's just like, if you took those statistics and put them on a team with a fucking paper mache defense, they still would have won the game.
Yeah.
Who calls the defensive plays for the Chargers?
Well, Brandon Staley is a defensive head coach. I don't know if he's a play caller.
He should be fired.
Well, yeah, we've been
saying that for fucking weeks.
Chargers fans are really hoping the Big Ten pushes Jim Harbaugh out so they can hire him. Go to the Los Angeles Chargers page. Let's see. Would it be on the roster, Coach?
I don't know.
No, it just says Coach Brandon Staley. Let's see. The old Googskis. Who calls the plays for Chargers? Fill in the blanks. Derek Ansley.
Who the fuck
Oh,
is
no. It's Staley. This is a question. It says, do you think Staley could benefit as a head coach by handing defensive play calling duties to Derek Ansley so he can focus on other aspects of his job? The Chargers have a tough road ahead of them as the defense seems to whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, it's Brandon Staley who's calling the defensive plays.
I'm at a loss for words.
That's terrible.
He should not survive this offseason.
No, he shouldn't. And he shouldn't anyways. It doesn't matter. Like that I don't care if fucking Mike Williams is hurt. Fucking everybody on that team's always hurt. But it doesn't matter. Like you should fucking win football games when your offense is putting up almost 40 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
It's mind-boggling to me. God, I live through the misery of Chargers fans now, and I just feel bad because there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse on this earth than having a roster that gives you hope and having them fucking piss it away.
True.
I know what that's like. See Rangers last season.
True.
The Cowboys have Nico. The Cowboys have officially outscored the New York Giants in the season series 89-17.
Credit where credit is due, though. Hold on. They had positive passing yards this week.
Yeah, Danny DeVito.
Yeah, dude.
Even those
fucking
names,
Syracuse legend.
Even though his name's Tommy. Did you see
yards?
Did you see Big Cat's power rankings today?
Yeah, the Giants are super ass.
Did you see what he put for Tommy DeVito's family?
No.
He made his own category with a picture of them, and it says "calls sauce gravy."
As an Italian, you should find that offensive.
I mean, it's hilarious.
It's Sunday gravy, isn't it?
New Jersey is its own
James,
world, bro.
I will drive over to your house and punch you in the mouth.
All right, I will go downstairs and pour out a jar of Prego as an apology.
Nobody cares about jarred sauce, unless it's jarred sauce from like the market.
Right. Fun fact.
What?
That's mine.
That's your sauce?
Mm-hmm.
You made it?
I mean, it's the family recipe, yeah.
You made it, though?
I didn't. Dad did, but it's still the family recipe.
Your dad made the sauce that's in the jars?
At Altieri's?
Yeah.
Correct.
He cooked it?
Correct.
For the jars?
Correct.
Wow. Your dad's
you got
cool.
any extras? Or?
Can I get a discount?
That's not up to me.
I mean, I can make my own fucking marinara sauce. I don't need your fucking help.
Right. I mean, each batch is fucking
Yeah, it's
30
different.
jars, so.
It's different. It's different every
Credit
time.
where
Yeah.
credit's due, though. Terry's pizza is fire.
James,
What?
what are you talking about?
What? We're talking about sauce from Alteri's, and I just said, hey, their sauce, their pizza's fire.
We're talking about pasta. We're talking about pasta sauce.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah,
Do you think?
they
Hold
make
on.
pizza at the shop.
Hold on. Do you think that marinara
You
sauce
can just stop that question right there.
is on pizza?
No, it's pizza sauce.
Okay, so you're not a complete
Okay,
moron.
I thought you were fucking level 25 stupid, dude. I really did.
No, there's different types of sauce. Listen, I'm stupid, but I'm fat. Like, I know sauces. There's a differences.
There's a
There's a
differences.
differences.
There's
There's a
differences.
Oh,
I'm
should've
just
named this short, fat, and stupid.
I didn't.
All right, so Commanders, Weesnocks.
Yeah, go Weesnocks.
The Weesnocks.
Geno Smith, 369 yards, 2 touchdowns. Have a day.
Yeah, I know. I picked him up on my waivers because Anthony Richardson is on the IR and Mahomes was on a bye.
Was on a see you later.
For fuck's sake, Sam Howell, 312 yards, 312
What
yards,
was that?
3 touchdowns.
Are you having a
have day.
stroke?
No, I'm good.
Lift your arms. Are they even?
They're even.
Okay.
We're good. Trust me, I do one of these at least 7 times a day. It's just double checking.
You literally were like, you're like Sam Howell, 303.
No, my Zen slid up in my lip, so I was trying to keep it from coming out of my mouth while I was talking.
You're a fucking gong show, dude.
Your whole
fucking
life
life,
is just a mess, man.
Yeah, dude, it's unhinged.
Yeah.
You're like
It is.
fucking you're like kinetic sand that has like water in it. You just can't hold yourself together. Like there's structure there, but the slightest breeze, you're coming down.
James is a non-Newtonian fluid.
His life exists as an oobleck. He is starch water. Oh my god.
It just sounds like a put down.
It is, buddy. It is. It's just saying that it's saying that there's something there. There's something there, but it's not quite there, you know?
Yeah.
Have you ever put put cornstarch into water and slapped it?
No.
Well, you should do that.
You gotta get the right consistency.
Yeah, you gotta get the right consistency, but yeah, you can't just like take like a teaspoon. You gotta like pour the fucking shit in there, but then you slap it, but then you just let your hand set in it, and then you have yourself an experience with a non-Newtonian fluid.
It just sounds messy.
Basically, the molecules are so large that if you move it fast, it acts as a solid, but if you move it slowly, it acts as a liquid.
I don't move fast, so
That's not the point.
Never mind. You just ruined it.
yeah.
The fucking
That's what
Weesnocks.
my dad said right before he left.
The Weesnocks had the Commanders come into town, and they pulled it out, despite being outscored.
Sounds
in the
like
fourth quarter.
Antonio Brown
What?
said they had the. Never mind.
I know what I said, James. I know what you're referencing. I just wanted you to repeat yourself so you could sound here. Blech, how stupid you sound. You could sound how stupid you sound. Okay, it's 11:09 people.
So you can sound how stupid I sound. Yeah,
It's 11:09 p.m. and all of us were up at like 6:30.
Sure.
Moving on. The fucking.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If we did this at 4:00, there would be so much more information in sports, and much less tired gallivanting.
I'm sorry that we all have fucking lives, James.
Gallivanting.
What is tired gallivanting? Those are two different opposite words. You cannot tiredly gallivant. You either gallivant or you are tired. What the fuck?
For someone who claims to be so fucking smart, you really are a moron.
Holy shit.
That was the dumbest
I'm
sentence
just
I've
picturing,
ever
like,
heard
for whatever
in my
reason,
life.
I have this image of James in his bed, just like horse galloping in his dream, just tired gallivanting. I don't know if that's what it is, but
I get
It's
I
just
get
a traveler
I
to
get
roam about
I get
for pleasure.
I
Meaning
get
there's
the
no
mental
set.
picture of like salad fingers portraying a wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
James, I know the literal definition of gallivanting, by the way, but you right now are reaching at straws because you know you fucked up. Because you know damn well that no mother has ever used the word out there gallivanting and been like, oh, you were just gleefully walking around the neighborhood. Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
I bet you they did in the 70s.
So you can try and ostrich yourself right now, but your whole fucking fat ass is out for the world to see, buddy. You said something stupid.
Man, I feel almost as dumb as when Nico said that Danny Dimes was going to be elite this year.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid too.
Hey, whatever. I get one stupid comment. James makes them 3 times a week.
That's fair. I can't wait till we're in person so people can see my jaw drop to the floor.
And some of the shit that comes out of his fucking mouth,
I
I
know.
swear to God.
They're gonna just see these like muted segments where he's just saying shit and I'm just in disbelief.
We're both just sitting there with our
Yeah.
fucking heads in our hands.
Yeah, we're not gonna have to be able to have snacks because I'm gonna start throwing shit at you.
Bring back the bruise.
Bring back the bruise,
Yeah.
like from
Do
the
you not
brewery.
remember what you used to tell me? No, the bruise on your nose.
Oh yeah, because
Where
I
you
used to fucking grab my nose bridge so often because what you said was stupid as fuck. You don't have to bring it back; it'll be there in glaring color. To be like, why does Travis wear eye black to the podcast? I'm like, I don't. It's my fucking.
He doesn't. He just broke his nose last week because
Yeah.
James is a moron.
Because I constantly am questioning my own reality, so I have to punch myself to make sure I'm in fucking real. Jets Raiders. Jets Raiders after we found out the definition of a Raider, so it was a very informative game. Credit where credit is due. It was terrible. The New York Jets have now gone 753 years without scoring a touchdown. Zach Wilson. I really wish I could go back in time and eliminate any praise that I gave him. Because holy shit, he's bad.
Yep.
I just didn't know that somebody could consistently make terrible decisions. I don't know.
I get where you're coming from.
If I was Garrett Wilson, I'm slipping in the shower, tearing my ACL for the season.
I would do that week after week to give myself the Tua treatment.
Yeah. What were you going to say, James?
I mean, you could just pull Deshaun Watson and say, I'm not. What are they going to do? It's not like he plays for the Dolphins where they're just going to send you back out on the field.
Right.
Or the Yankees.
The nightcap of the week, the Broncos at the Bills. Josh Allen throws, was it 3 picks or 2?
2.
One of them wasn't his fault. But the other
2 and a
was.
fumble.
Yeah, that was bad. But the one pick wasn't his fault. But other than that, you're gonna let Russell.
Finally got Dorsey fired.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't you send us a thing that said like their EPA was like 3rd in the league though?
Something like that, yeah.
Like I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if DeMar Hamlin
Stephon Diggs' brother.
Ken Dorsey's
Stephon Diggs' brother. No. That.
What?
They're looking for
I'm
an
just
answer,
kidding.
but they ain't gonna get it.
Did you see like the like memes about what Stephon Diggs was putting on his Instagram story during?
Yes. Told him he doesn't get me
Did
the
you
ball. He
He's
can put on a Broncos jersey.
did you see Trayvon Diggs tweeted, "Man 14 got to get up out of there"
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
night?
Which Trayvon can shut the fuck up because his team's dog shit too.
Yeah.
So, 14's got to get the fuck out of there. Trayvon, why don't you worry about getting past the first round of the playoffs, okay? Okay? Why don't you keep your chirps to your fucking self until you've done something significant with your career?
Fucking Eli Apple Jr.
Yeah. I mean, at least
he did lead the league in interceptions.
a lot of fucking good that did.
Yeah,
them.
but he also led the league in getting fucking burnt.
True.
I don't understand the love for Trayvon Diggs. I get it. The dude he jumps a lot of balls and gets a lot of picks, but he also gets burnt every other play.
I was gonna say,
True.
what does it matter?
20 interceptions, but when you give up fucking 14,000 yards all year, it
Yeah.
don't mean shit. It don't
Yeah.
mean you're a good cornerback.
I was gonna say, what does it mean that he has picks if he's consistently giving up deep balls to top receivers and touchdowns? Like, do the ratio for like the greatest corners in the world or in history, like Darrelle Revis and stuff. Do the ratio on their picks to fucking shutdowns. I'm pretty sure they shut down a lot more receivers. Moving on to week 11, James, we're starting out the week fucking tough. Although you did specifically say that you were not going to pick the the Bengals this week, so.
Oh, you're gonna give me the Bengals.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be wrong. No, it's one of those ones where I know this is going to be wrong.
Okay.
I can't bring myself to pick against
Ravens.
The birds.
Smart move.
Steelers at the Browns. I'm gonna go Browns because they're home.
Who are you taking, Trev?
Bengals.
Ravens. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Huh.
You said Steelers at the Browns?
Yeah, and I went with I'm going with the Browns because of the fact that
I'm going with the Browns.
James.
I have to go with the Browns, but I it's one of those things where
Spit it out.
I was gonna say,
I don't like. I want to take the Steelers, or I want to take the Browns, but I have a feeling the Steelers are gonna fucking win because that's what they fucking do. They're minus 26 in point differential, and somehow are still fucking 6-3.
Yeah, and their
just
starting
bothers
quarterback
me
has 1,600 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 picks.
It just bothers me on a fucking fundamental level.
Yeah. The toughest pick of the year: Bears at the Lions. Just kidding. It's the Lions.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't.
That's why I didn't say anything. I fully expected you to just give me the Lions.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not taking Tyson the day led Bears.
A game that probably shouldn't be hard to pick, but is hard to pick because we know what this fucking franchise does. Chargers at the Packers.
Chargers.
After James just got done saying, I'll never pick the Chargers again.
True.
Give me the fucking Packers. No, fuck.
Jesus.
Give me the Chargers. I can't do it. I want to just take the fucking Packers, but I just can't fucking do it.
Raiders at the Dolphins.
Do we have to pick?
team they're facing?
Yeah, 5-5 Raiders. It's true. But they're not better than 500. They're just 500. And they're also 1-4 on the road.
Yeah.
Dolphins by 3.
Dolphins are 12.5 point favorites.
Dolphins by 14.
Dolphins by 30. That's the Raiders team that gave 12 points to the Jets, bro. That might as well be 55 points to the Dolphins.
True.
Yeah.
Giants at Commanders. Washington 10-point favorites. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Jesus
they are.
Christ.
4-6 team is a 10-point favorite.
I almost just typed Giants.
Yeah, I'm going. Give me the commies here.
Give you the commies. Nico?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
only difference we've had in our picks so far is that Nico picked the Ravens over the Bengals.
Yep.
Cowboys at the Panthers. I'm not even gonna fucking ask you guys that one. Stupid fucking question to ask. Although the last fucking 1-win team they played, they lost. So
True.
Yeah.
I'd fucking die if they fucking lost to the Panthers. I promise you, I'm gonna be ignorant on social media. Ignorant.
I'm here for it.
Titans at the Jags. That should be an easy win for the Jags. I mean, it's division, I get it, but Titans just got fucking dog walked by the fucking Falcons, who are not good.
I agree.
Yeah. But I don't know who the Titans are. They're gonna win by fucking 40 now.
I know.
This is the time of year where we should be confident in our picks and be like right 3/4 of the time, but I just don't fucking know anymore.
I mean,
Like-
I'm usually right 3/4 of the time. Worst week was last week. Other than that, I've averaged like 11 and 4.
Bullshit last week.
Cardinals at the Texans. Texans are gonna win that.
Yeah.
Texans are really
There's
good at
no
home.
way.
Really good at home. Despite the fact that Houston is shit city. Just kidding, Houston. You're fine. Just kick Joel out, please. The Buccaneers at the 49ers, as much as I want the Buccaneers to win that.
No, definitely isn't happening.
James?
49ers. That's
Jets at the Bills. I don't know who to pick. I don't know who to pick for that game.
The Jets.
I want to pick the Jets.
The goddamn Jets.
I want to pick the Jets, but they still have Zach Wilson as their QB. So they're going to hold the Bills to 15 points, but they're going to score 6.
The Giants held the Bills to 14.
And how many points did the Giants score?
9.
Exactly.
I never said the Giants were good.
The Jets are also not good. The Jets have not scored a touchdown in 2 games, bro.
I'm well aware.
If you take Zach Wilson's touchdowns and interceptions and add them together, that's how many interceptions Josh Allen has.
He has 11.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
He also has 20 touchdowns. I don't see another quarterback on here with 20 touchdowns. So, Tua. Tua's got 20 and 7. Justin Herbert's got 17 and 5. Russell Wilson quietly with 18 touchdowns and 4 picks. What the fuck? Wasn't he bad? I thought he was bad. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. So you seriously going to go with the Jets, Nico?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh boy.
James?
Bills. I'm fully convinced if the Bills lose that the city of Buffalo is just going to turn into a giant bonfire.
Seahawks at the Rams. Rams are sneaky. It's only a 1-point favorite for the Seahawks, which is a 4-point swing, but the Rams. Sorry.
The Rams are favored?
No, the Seattle's favored by 1. But the Rams are home, so they get 3 to start. So Seattle's really 4-point. But it's the point that like the Rams have been like they haven't won, but they've been a pain in the ass all year at home, and so
according to ESPN Analytics, the Rams are favored 55-44.
According to Vegas,
I don't know where they get their logic. Yeah, I just don't know where ESPN Analytics gets their numbers from.
Right. Coming off of last week's performance, though, I'm going to go Geno Smith, Seahawks.
Yeah.
I think. What is the status on Matt Stafford?
Questionable.
Expected to return to land Rams starting lineup this week.
then I'm
But I
taking
mean,
the Eagles.
these questionables and shit, you can't take seriously because it is Tuesday. So if they're hurt, chances are they're not practicing anyways.
I'm going Weiss Knox.
Yeah, I'm going Wiesnox.
Eagles going Rams.
Rams. With Matt Stafford, that's a different team.
They're gonna beat the Seahawks team. Vikings at the Broncos. Denver giving 2.5. Who'd have thunk it?
It don't fucking matter. Carmel, Mr. Clean. Vikings by 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2 actually.
Yep. Hottest team in the league right now.
Yeah. They're on like a mission. They're like a team of destiny.
Yeah.
That was one of my arguments when I got into fucking that whole debate with the Brock Purdy people. They were like, "Oh, well, Debo's hurt," and fucking. I'm like, have you looked at the Vikings? Have you looked at them? They lost Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins, and they keep winning football games. You cannot be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, injuries." Like, I don't fucking care. And then I don't fucking know. I don't know who to pick for Monday. Eagles at the Chiefs. I don't fucking know. The Eagles are 4-1 on the road. The Chiefs are 4-1 at home. 7-2, 8-1. Mahomes and fucking Jalen Hurts have literally identical stats, basically. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Kansas City's minus 2.5 at home, which means it's a pick'em game.
Eagles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles because they're my fucking team. That's it. I don't have any logic behind it.
I'm going to go Eagles based on having a better wide receiver core. And Kansas City really hasn't looked like Kansas City this year.
Patrick Mahomes has looked human.
My concern is the fact that the Eagles secondary is their weakest feature. And so
yeah, but if your linebacker core is good, because let's be honest
Nakobe
here.
Dean
In
is
order
hurt.
to beat the Chiefs, you got to stop Kelsey.
Right, and our one surefire way to stop Kelsey would be Nakobe Dean, who's got a foot sprain, so he's out for 2 weeks. The only thing I can think of is if they flexed Hassan Reddick out to cover him, because Hassan Reddick is like, he's an edge rusher. He's not really a true lineman. So they could do it, but then you leave that side vulnerable to rushes.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick is more than capable of defending Travis Kelsey in the midfield. It's just, do we sacrifice the left side of the defensive line for that?
Yeah, because if you do that, you're going to let Checo run roughshod all over you.
Right. I mean, it's pick your poison. Because if it was 2 years ago and Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham were still taking full snaps, and you could just move Josh Sweat over to where Hassan Reddick was and slide them down and leave Jalen Carter in the middle, then you'd be fine. But that's not that Eagles team right now.
No, but I feel like offensively,
They'll go toe-to-toe with Kansas City.
team.
I just don't know if they're...
Yeah.
I don't know, because you know how Kansas City is, dude. They're fucking... They just... They do shot for shot until the very end, and then something fucking happens where they get the upper hand. And I just don't think if it comes down to that, our secondary is good enough to get a stop when they have to get a stop. And that's really where I'm coming from. I think that Josh Sweat and Hassan Reddick could shut down the run. That's not a concern of mine. It's just Patrick Mahomes makes plays as much as I don't want to fucking, as much as you want to talk shit as much as you want, but I'm not confident that defensive line can do what they have done the past, 5 weeks, which is when we need a sack, they get a sack. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is very difficult to sack. So
yeah.
If the play comes down to the play of the secondary, Darius Slay better have himself a fucking day, and Reed Blankenship better show the fuck up.
Yeah. But I still like the Eagles.
Yeah, we'll see. I think if the Eagles win this game, it's a fucking no-brainer.
Just get the ball and brotherly shove it down the field. Just run it.
Well, that's
repetitively.
That's really
wear them down.
I was gonna say, I think that's the avenue that the Eagles take. Is if they do win the game, they're just gonna run it down fucking Chris Jones's throat. But as much as the Kansas City offense has been subpar this year, their defense has been above average for what they historically are. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't think anybody's stopping AJ Brown, but that doesn't mean
No.
But if they get the run game going, it's over because the Eagles just simply won't let Patrick Mahomes possess the ball.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do against the Chiefs.
Right. They'll outpossess the Chiefs 2-1, and that'll be the game.
Yeah.
But anyways, that concludes the week. What did we learn today, gentlemen?
James is a moron.
We learned that? You learned that?
More so than I thought originally.
That's fair. You
Listen,
expanded upon that knowledge is what you're going to say.
Yes. My expansive knowledge
I learned
of James's idiocy is far and beyond what I ever thought it could be.
God bless you. James?
I learned fuck the both of you. I also learned that Trav has audiobooks that for the low price of $39.99 you can get.
No. The audiobooks are $2.99.
Yeah.
$2.99.
The 3-hour lesson is $39.99.
Yeah. The one-off.
Is there a deal? Like if I combo that, can I get if I get 2 audiobooks, can I get $5 off the lesson or?
The audiobooks are a pack. You either get them all or get none.
Okay, so say I buy simultaneously and I use the code crack cocaine at checkout. do I
get
you get
the free 3-hour lesson? Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh, that's a deal.
I know.
Use the code crack cocaine.
But cocaine is spelled COKANE.
Yeah. In honor of Patrick Kane. The Sabres, who's going to end up needing to do a bunch of coke.
Oh, you heard it here, folks.
You
heard it here, folks. First. Wow. Good night. I'm going to bed.
You heard it here first, folks. There we go. I got it.
Patrick Kane to the Buffalo Sabres and their cocaine addiction. I learned.
Could be worse. He could sign with the Raiders and just crash into shit in a vehicle.
It's true.
Beat his wife.
Well, he already beat an Uber driver, so I mean, it's not much further down the road.
Yeah.
But I learned that there's always fucking drama in New York. I never paid attention to the MLB offseason. I didn't know it was this dramatic.
Yeah.
There's always.
It's usually not.
I don't know, man. There's a whole show called the Hot Stove.
Jeets sat down with Cashman and he's like, "Who would you rather have playing shortstop for you?" And he's like, "Troy Tulowitzki." I feel like that's kind of what's happening right now.
I mean, I'd rather have Troy. Derek Jeter wasn't even the best shortstop of his own team.
Do you think this is going to be used to get Cashman out of New York?
No, fuck no. Dude. I'm convinced that Brian Cashman fucking deep throats Hal Steinbrenner on a daily to keep his job. That motherfucker has done fuck all for a decade, and he still fucking does whatever he wants.
He's got to have secrets on the Steinbrenner family.
Yeah, he's probably got pictures of fucking Hal getting pegged.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Nico's like, that's a visual I didn't need.
Yep.
Anyways, we're gonna absolutely lose control because we've finished our topics and we have nothing holding us on. So I'm going
Music makes you lose control.
I'm gonna sign off. I'm gonna give people the daily or the weekly reminder to check out our fucking social medias. Check out our other podcasts. Go to our YouTube channel, which is now the Dojo Podcast Network. It has both Short, Fat, and Balding and Upstate Blue shirts on it and more to come. The studio is in construction, on the way soon. Be sure to follow us. Be sure to comment. Be sure to email us. Do whatever the fuck you want to communicate with us. We love it all. Other than that, guys, we will catch you next week.
Yes. Join our Facebook page. We like to post sports content, and we will debate and argue with you
Yeah,
on there.
follow the
We don't even
Facebook. Yeah,
care.
exactly. You can get treated like you're on the show, right there on the Facebook page. Say dumb shit. Get told you're dumb.
Come call me a fucking moron. It'll be
Yeah.
a good time for everybody.
Absolutely.
I mean, we already call him a moron enough, but any outside help we can get is always appreciated.
He's a masochist. He loves
I
it.
grew up idolizing Gordon Ramsay. Just lay it on me. I don't even care.
Okay. We're gonna unpack that in therapy. So see you guys next week. Bye.
Arrivederci.